And I'm delighted to introduce to you, if you don't already know him, Bill O'Brien. Bill is royalty in this congregation and in mission circles as well. He is a former missionary to Indonesia and left Wilshire Baptist Church in 1961, along with his wife Delana and kids. Before that, what were you doing here, Bill?
I was the minister of music here at Wilshire from 58 to 61.
So we've had a tremendous experience both of helping to send you off and welcome you back.
That is right.
And some years ago now, Bill was able to make his way back to Dallas and ultimately to Wilshire because he was, in a sense, starting over again. His wife, Delana, had passed away, and they together had an extraordinary career in missions, both on the field and also then helping you with the Foreign Mission Board and Delana with the Women's Missionary Union. And now he is my father-in-law. Thank you very much. So, all in the family today, Bill.
Hey, there you go.
Thank you so much. Now, Bill, so because you have such an incredible vantage point from which to talk about this, what is your take on Wilshire's history of commitment to missions?
It's in the DNA of this church. Wilshire hadn't been around long when I came in 58, but it was the spirit then. Ross Coggins was out of this church. And by the way, he wrote a wonderful song called "Send Me, O Lord, Send Me." It's 511 in our hymn book. Both in missionaries and in missionary spirit, it is a part of the DNA of Wilshire.
Wonderful. Now, for many years, of course, you served with Southern Baptists, and we at one time were Southern Baptists, and missions was really a hallmark of Southern Baptists and continues now in a church like ours and with the Cooperative Baptist Fellowship. But I think people would be interested in knowing, with all the changes in Baptist life, what have been the big shifts that you've seen also over the years in missions around the world?
Well, to sum it up in one sentence, the mission of God is here to stay. Missions as we knew it, missions as we did it, is gone and will not be back. But we don't look back. We look toward the future and where God would have us to be. I think one of the big differences, of course, when I went out, the age of colonialism was just coming to an end, in the early 60s, as the European forces were going home from Africa. Sad to say, the impact and the residual effect of colonialism is still with us today. But those who have caught the spirit of the age, we've moved from a vertical kind of organization. We're seeing the horizontalization of missions, more collaborative. Even CBF missions. We're represented on 5 continents, including North America. In my day, starting out, it was home and foreign missions. Those words are anathema now. There's no such thing. We think glocally.
Say what that means, glocally.
Glocally. Well, think globally, act locally, or vice versa. The world has come to us, we have gone to the world.
Wonderful.
Dallas is a symbol of that kind of...
So if colonialism failed by carrying national identity and Western values into different locales, and that was an imposition on the peoples in their region, how are we more sensitive in doing what we do now around the world in missions?
In cross-cultural missions, I think there is a lot more sensitivity. But one of the ways it's played out is in the spirit of cooperation with people on the ground. And we don't work just with our kind. Wherever there are Great Commission Christians serving the Lord, that's where CBF missionaries are and want to be, and a part of that collaborative, cooperative effort. All the decision-making is pushed as far as possible to the local entities. It's not top-down control and command. But there is accountability with that. And CBF works as teams in these regions, and they meet twice a year and holding each other accountable, sharing what's going on. So even as we think about giving, there is an accountability that is wonderful to see. Well, I may talk about that more in a minute.
Well, all right, so you mentioned giving. That was a very nice segue for us, Bill, because at the Christmas season, we have always made missions and missions giving a significant part of our seasonal time. And so now we are taking the CBF Global Missions offering during this season. And by the way, you can do that today here in the sanctuary. And others of you who are already planning to give your tithes and offerings online and hit that button, there's a spot for you to give to this as well. But where would that money be used, and how would it be used? And how might you say we should think about our giving in this?
Well, of the $12.4 million budget of CBF, 53% of it's for global missions. The goal for the global mission offering this year is $5.5 million. And there's other dollars that will come that stretch out to that 53%. That is a wonderful percentage. How do we give? Well, of course, that's up to us individually. Some choose to give whatever they paid the highest price for a Christmas present. They'll give that equal amount. Others give the cumulative amount of their giving for Christmas. That same amount would go for missions.
Very nice.
Why not?
Well, thank you, Bill, for all your years of helping to encourage people about missions, for your own missions contributions, and for encouraging us to join God in this effort too. We're grateful for it.
Thank you so much.
All right. Good.